Everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you followed the last couple of videos, you'll know I've been experimenting with a goat paddock shift system, and it's quite complicated, quite involved, and I know that it's not the final draft, so to speak, of this whole paddock shift idea. I'm constantly on the search for new innovative ideas to make it better, and I've got a couple of those coming up in the following videos. This idea that I want to share with you today is one way around having to pound so many T-posts, driving so many T-posts. As you can see here, I've been setting up these paddocks, and occasionally I get to use IBCs to hold the animal panel, but I've been mostly doing it with T-posts. You can see T-posts everywhere as far as the eye can see, and that has proven to be a pretty big issue. As you can see, most of what I've been doing has been with T-posts. That means I've been driving dozens and dozens of T-posts each week, and using the regular T-post driver with the handles and the steel tube. I felt myself getting soft tissue damage in my elbows, shoulders, and my back from all the driving. I knew that this particular paddock shift system was not sustainable, and so I've been seeking new innovations to eliminate some of these issues. And I'd like to share the first one with you today. Quite compelling, I think, especially for a small-scale producer. So check it out. So this is my 1-minute paddock shift. I've got these county line, this is just Tractor Supply gates here. And I've just tied them together with baling twine. You can see the baling twine here. And all I do is just pick them up and drag them over to shift the paddock from one spot to the next. I've got my little 5-gallon bucket of water here. I take the bucket out, shift the paddock over, put the bucket of water back in. And so you can see kind of the difference here in color. You can see where they've been shifted all the way down here. Went down to this corner here, turned them around. Now they're gonna go all the way along here, and I'll just kind of do a little zigzag back and forth across this pasture here. So yeah, all it takes is about a minute to shift this whole thing over. I already took the water out, so that my time technically already started, right? Because you could think of the time starting when you take the water out, shift it over, put the water back in. That's the whole process. So taking the water out, obviously it doesn't take much time, 10 seconds or so. So I'll show the rest of this so you can kind of see how that process works. And it's very, very simple, straightforward. And that's all there is to it. So, I don't know, it's probably even less than a minute. And so that makes it real nice because I can come out and move them depending on if it's high quality forage, low quality forage. If it's higher quality forage, they can spend more time in a given spot. If it's lower quality forage, then I can move them faster so that they're able to get whatever they need to sustain themselves. And it's just so quick and easy that it's just no hassle at all. These guys started out over here. There's a gate. I'm not sure how well it shows up on camera, but there's a gate right here. I moved up into this area, back down along this fence, back up in kind of a zigzag pattern. Then I moved them over, along here. Moved them up into this paddock right here. You'll see there's a shelter in the distance there, so up around that paddock there. They ate down that whole area. And I moved them down along this fence. And you can see, came across here where that change of color is. Over here. And now they're going to go back and start forming a zigzag pattern back and forth along this lower pasture here. It's been super easy, and it's been the exact type of innovation that I need for this whole paddock shift system to work. I work full-time. I like my job. I don't want to quit my job. But I want this whole goat farming thing to work out as best as possible. And so this is really where the rubber meets the road, is kind of developing these innovations and creating these systems that minimize the amount of work and optimize the use of our small space, our small 5-acre property.